Senate will come to order. Mr. Carpenter, would you please call the roll?
Senators Aguilar, Baumgardner, Cook, Quorum, Court, Crowder.
Excused.
Donovan, Finberg, Fields, Garcia, Gardner, Guzman, Hill, Holbert, John, Jones, Kagan, Kafalis, Kerr, Lambert, Lundberg, Marble, Martinez-Humenick, Merrifield, Moreno, Neville, Priola, Scott, Smallwood, Tate,
Absent.
Todd, Williams, Zinzinger, President Grantham.
He's excused. He is.
Please excuse Senator Tate.
Mr. President,
I am here with 33 present, 0 absent, 2 excused. We indeed have a quorum. Senator Williams, would you please lead us in the pledge?
Members and guests, please join us in reciting the pledge. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Approval of the journal, Senator Gardner.
Mr. President, I move that the reading of the Journal of Friday, February 23rd be dispensed with and approved as corrected by our estimable Secretary of the Senate.
You heard the motion. All in favor signify by saying aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The journal will be adopted as corrected. Senate Services.
correctly engrossed, Senate Bill 125, correctly revised, House Bill 1041, House Joint Resolution 1011, correctly enrolled, Senate Bill 50 and 105.
Committee reports.
February 21st, 2018, the Committee on Health and Human Services had on consideration had a hearing on the following appointments and recommends the appointments be placed on the consent calendar confirmed. Executive Director of the Department of Healthcare Policy and Financing, effective January 8, 2018, for a term expiring at the pleasure of the Governor. Kimba Mestifer of Parker, Colorado, to serve as Executive Director of the Department of Healthcare Policy and Financing, on occasion by the resignation of Susan E. Birch of Steamboat Springs, Colorado, appointed.
Message from the House.
The House has passed on third reading and returns herewith. Senate Bill 105. The House has passed on third reading and transmitted to the Revised Statutes. House Bill 1097, 1158.
Message from the Reviser.
We herewith transmit without comment House Bill 1097 and 1158.
Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for the Senate proceed out of order for a moment of personal privilege by the good senator from El Paso County.
Motion is to proceed out of order for a moment of personal privilege. All those in favor signify by saying aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senator Hill.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I request a moment of personal privilege for a tribute.
Granted.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, we've got a tribute we do here every year, but I think that makes it even more important just as we build in the tradition of offering a tribute to our volunteers and heroes over at CASA in Colorado. Coin-appointed special advocates really represent the front lines of volunteers of the nonprofit community, folks who care about kids who are in difficult situations, who can advocate for them, who can protect them from abuse. And so, Mr. President, I'd just love to read this tribute here real quick. The members of the Colorado General Assembly are proud to honor the hard work and commitment of CASA in Colorado, whose dedication to the prevention of child abuse and neglect makes a significant difference to the safety and well-being of Colorado's children. Currently, there are 18 CASA programs in Colorado, serving 18 of the 22 judicial districts. The members of the Colorado General Assembly duly recognize and congratulate the court-appointed special advocates for their involvement with the child welfare teams who deal with cases of abuse and neglect and continue to keep their involvement with the children of Colorado. Given this 26th day of February, Kevin Grantham, President of the Senate. And colleagues, this is a difficult job. We have three guests over here today. If you would just thank them. It's a tiring work, difficult to hear the stories of tragedy, of just difficulty, but also encouraging to hear of those children who are overcoming in a difficult situation. So thank them for their emotional involvement, their financial involvement, and their relentless effort on behalf of our kids. Thank you, colleagues, and Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Hill. Introduction of bills.
Senate Bill 181 by Senators Cook and Holbert concerning moderation of the motor vehicle emissions inspection program.
Transportation.
Senate Bill 182 by Senators Corman, Guzman, and Representatives Catlin and Arndt concerning the authority to allocate a portion of the source market fee to statutorily authorized PERS funds.
Agriculture, and Natural Resources, and Energy.
Senate Bill 183 by Senator Tate and Representatives Arndt and Liston concerning authorizing agents of insurers to access the electronic system that ensures access for owner and lien holder information of a motor vehicle.
Business, Labor, Technology.
House Bill 1134 by Representatives Pedersen and Wilson and Senators Merrifield and Martinez-Humenick concerning eligibility of kindergarten students funded through early childhood at-risk enhancement positions.
Education. Third reading of bills. Third reading of bills, consent calendar. Mr. Majority Leader. Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Carpenter, please read the title to all the bills on the third reading of bills consent calendar.
House Bill 1041 by Representative Catlin and Senator Quorum concerning adding certified police working horses to the crime of cruelty to a service animal or certified police working dog.
Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the one bill on the third reading of bills, final passage consent calendar, House Bill 1041.
Is there any discussion? Seeing none, are there any no votes? With 33 ayes, 0 no, 0 absent, 2 excused, House Bill 1041 is adopted. Co-sponsors, Senator Donovan. Who do you see? Oh. Senator John. Senator Kafalis. Senator Lambert. Third reading, Senator Lundberg. Senator Court. Senator Priola. Senator Merrifield. Wake up, guys. Senator Martinez-Humenick. Please add the president. Third reading of bills. Final passage. Mr. Carpenter, please read the bill on the third reading of bills, final passage calendar.
Senate Bill 125 by Senators Gardner and Kagan, Representative Lee, concerning fiduciary responsibilities of title insurance entities to protect funds held in conjunction with real estate closing settlement or services.
Senator Gardner.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move Senate Bill 125 and at the same time request permission to offer the dread third reading amendment.
Perhaps with those legal skills you have, Senator Gardner, you can convince this body of the need for a third reading amendment.
Thank you, Mr. President. Well, it's this simple. Staff came to me a few minutes ago and said that the editors in the Office of Legislative Legal Services believe that the engrossed bill did not, in its form, match what was in the committee report. And so the third reading amendment would amend the engrossed bill, page 3, strike lines 11 and 12, to conform it to the actual committee report. And that is the reason for the third reading amendment. Otherwise, I wouldn't be taking a beating here, Mr. President.
Question before us is permission to offer a third reading amendment. Is this recorded? All those in favor signify by saying aye. All those opposed, no.
No.
The the ayes have it. Senator Gardner, Senator Kagan.
I move amendment.
There is an amendment on the desk. Mr. Carpenter, please read the amendment L004.
Amendment L004.
Senator Kagan.
I move amendment L004, which strikes the lines 11 and 12 from the engrossed bill, page 3.
Seeing no further discussion, the question before us is the adoption of L004. Are there any no votes? With 33 ayes, 0 no, 0 absent, 2 excused, Amendment L004 is adopted. Senator Gardner.
Thank you. And with that, Mr. President, I move Senate Bill 125 on third reading and final passage.
Seeing no further discussion, question before us is the passage of Senate Bill 125. Are there any no votes? With 33 ayes, 0 no, 0 absent, 2 excused, Senate Bill 125 is adopted. Co-sponsors. Second reading of bills, consent calendar. Senator Priola.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that I move the Senate resolve itself in the Committee of the Whole for consideration of general orders, second reading of bills, consent calendar.
You heard the motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it. We will resolve ourselves into the Committee of the Whole for second reading of bills, consent calendar.
Senate come back to order. The court rule is relaxed. Will the clerk please read the title of, Majority Leader?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Before we have the clerk read the titles, I wanted to announce there was a request to remove Senate Bill 166 from the consent calendar. So we will remove Senate Bill 166 and list it after House Bill 1086 on general order, second reading of bills.
Seeing no discussion, Senate Bill 166 will be removed. Will the clerk please read the title of the bills on the general order, second reading of bills, consent calendar?
House Bill 1105 by Representative Liston and Melton and Senator Tate concerning the unlicensed sale of vehicles. Senate Bill 98 by Senators Tate and Zenzinger and Representative Hooton and Thurlow concerning amending statutory provisions relating to interest on damages that was ruled unconstitutional by the Colorado Supreme Court. House Bill 1010 by Representatives Lee and Wilson and Senator Quorum concerning youth committed to the Department of Human Services in connection therewith, requiring the department to report certain data and adding members to the Youth Restraint and Seclusion Working Group. House Bill 1023 by Representative Harrod and Senator Gardner concerning the non-substantive relocation of laws related to legalized marijuana from Title 12, Colorado Revised Statutes as part of the organizational recodification of Title 12. House Bill 1024 by Representative Lee and Senator Kagan concerning the non-substantive relocation of laws related to the regulation of racing from Title 12 Colorado Revised Statutes to a new Title 44 as part of the organizational recodification of Title 12. House Bill 1026 by Representative Harrod and Senators Cook and Gardner concerning the non-substantive relocation of the law creating the Liquor Enforcement Division and State Licensing Authority Cash Fund from Title 24 Colorado Revised Statutes to a new Title 44 as part of the organizational recodification of Title 12. House Bill 1027 by Representative Wist and Senator Kagan concerning the non-substantive relocation of laws related to the regulation of the lottery from Title 24 Colorado Revised Statutes to a new Title 44 as part of the organizational recodification of Title 12. House Bill 1039 by Representative Ransom and Senator Gardner concerning changing regular special district elections to May of each odd number year and in connection therewith adjusting the length of terms served by directors elected in 2020 and 2022 in order to implement the new election schedule.
All right, Majority Leader?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move all the bills on the general order, second reading of bills, consent calendar consisting of House Bill 1105, Senate Bill 98, along with the Judiciary Committee report, House Bill 1010, House Bill 1023, and the Judiciary Committee report, House Bill 1024, 1026, 1027, and 1039.
Is there any discussion? The motion before us is the adoption of all the bills on general orders.
Got to do the committee
Sorry.
reports.
Okay, I move all the committee reports. I move for the adoption of all the committee reports. Is there any discussion on the committee reports? Seeing none, The motion before us is the adoption of all the committee reports on the bills on the consent calendar. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. All the bills on the, or all the committee reports on the consent calendar are adopted. To the bills, is there any discussion on the bills on consent calendar? Seeing none, motion before us is the adoption of all the bills on the consent calendar. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. All the bills on the second reading consent calendar are adopted. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move the committee rise and report.
Motion before us is the body to rise and report. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Committee will rise and report.
Senate will come back to order. Senator Priel.
Thank you, Mr. President. The committee has had a number of bills under consideration. Will the clerk please read the report?
Mr. President, your committee holds lead reports out on consideration of the following tax bills being the second reading thereof and makes following recommendations are on Senate Bill 98 as amended, passed on second read order and gross placed on the calendar for their reading and final passage. House Bill 1105, House Bill 1010, House Bill 1023 as amended, House Bill 1024, House Bill 1026, House Bill 1027, House Bill 1039, passed on second read order, revised and placed on the calendar for their reading and final passage. Senate Bill 166 removed from the general order second reading of bills consent calendar and placed at the end of the general order second reading of bills calendar for 22618.
Senator Priel.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the adoption of the report.
You have heard the motion, the adoption of the committee, or passage of the, or adoption of the committee report. Are there any no votes? With 33 ayes, 0 no, 0 absent, 2 excused, the report to the committee of the whole is adopted. We doing second readings? Senate Bill 1898, as amended, passed on second reading and ordered engrossed and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage. House Bill 1105, House Bill 1010, House Bill 1023, as amended, House Bill 1024, House Bill 1026, House Bill 1027, House Bill 1039, passed on second reading and ordered revised and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage. Senate Bill 166, removed from the general order second reading of bills consent calendar and placed at the end of the general order second reading of bills calendar for February 26, 2018. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to lay over the general order second reading of bills calendar until Tuesday, February 27th.
Question before us is lay over the rest, or lay over the general order second reading of bills calendar until Tuesday. All in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. The ayes have it. Consideration of governor's appointments.
Members of the Pinnacle Assurance Board of Directors for terms expiring January 1st, 2023, Joseph A. Hoff of Greeley, Colorado, to serve as a farmer or employer whose liabilities insured by Pinnacle reappointed. William Neese Lindsay III of Denver, Colorado, to serve as an employee of employer whose liabilities insured by Pinnacle appointed.
Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move all of the appointments listed on the consideration of governor's appointments consent calendar, including members of the Pinnacle Assurance Board of Directors.
You have heard the motion. Seeing no further discussion, the question before us is the adoption or the confirmation of the members of the Pinnacle Assurance Board of Directors. Are there any no votes? With 33 ayes, 0 no, 0 absent, 2 excused, the members of the Pinnacle Assurance Board of Directors are confirmed. Joseph A. Hoff of Greeley, Colorado, to serve as a farmer employer whose liability insured by Pinnacle is reappointed. William Nash Lindsay III of Denver, Colorado, to serve as an employee of the employer whose liability is insured by Pinnacle appointed. Delivery to the governor.
To the governor for signature on Friday, February 23rd, 2018 at 10:30 a.m. Senate Bill 19, 30, and 41.
Message from the governor.
February 22nd, 2018, Colorado Senate. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor to inform you that this bill has been approved, and I will file following acts with the Secretary of State. Senate Bill 88, concerning clarification that retail marijuana sales are subject to sales tax levied by certain limited purpose governmental entities, approved February 22nd, 2018 at 4:04 p.m. Sincerely, John W. Hickenlooper, Governor. September 15, 2017, to the Honorable Colorado Senate. Ladies and gentlemen, pursuant to the powers conferred upon me by the Constitutional laws of the State of Colorado, I have the honor to designate, appoint, and submit to your consideration the following. Member of the Colorado Housing and Finance Authority Board of Directors for a term expiring July 1st, 2021, Jennifer Glau Lopez of Durango, Colorado, to serve as a person experienced in real estate transactions appointed. Sincerely, John W. Hickenlooper, Governor.
That confirmation is assigned to Finance Committee.
June 30th, 2017, to the Honorable Colorado Senate. Ladies and gentlemen, pursuant to the powers conferred upon me by the Constitutional laws of the State of Colorado, I have the honor to designate, reappoint, and submit to your consideration the following. Members of the Board of Assessment Appeals for terms expiring July 1st, 2018. Sandra Winterhoff Mercier of Westminster, Colorado, reappointed. Mary Kay Kelly of Silverthorne, Colorado, reappointed. Ann Louisa Miracle of Denver, Colorado, reappointed. Greg Allen Neer of Lakewood, Colorado, reappointed. Amy J. Williams, MAI of Hayden, Colorado, a member engaged in agriculture, reappointed for a term expiring July 1st, 2021. Deborah Ann Bombach of Littleton, Colorado, reappointed. Sincerely, John W. Hickenlooper, Governor.
Business, Labor, and Technology. Announcements. Senator Todd.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good morning, colleagues. And today it brings me great pleasure to acknowledge and honor one of our very own, and that is our own Senator Dr. Aguilar, who is being recognized for being an outstanding alum, the University of Chicago. Each year, the Alpha Omega Alpha class selects one alumni that is outstanding for leadership and who has had great accomplishments. We know that she has had great accomplishments here in the Senate. Anytime we have a medical need, we tend to go and knock on her door and get her help and assistance. And please, so colleagues, please join me in congratulating and thanking Senator Dr. Aguilar for being such an accomplished individual as well as senator and doctor. Thank you.
The Honorable and esteemed Dr. Senator Aguilar.
On behalf of the Academy, no. Actually, I asked to be excused tomorrow, Wednesday, to go to my medical school for an awards ceremony. And I've spoken to the minority leader and the majority leader.
Senator Aguilar will indeed be excused. Thank you. Other announcements, Senator Priola.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members, Safe Streets Day at the Capitol is February 27th, a few days from now, 8 to 10 a.m. For coffee and light, I guess it's tomorrow, how February has flown. For coffee and a light breakfast outside the old Supreme Court chambers. Please remember tomorrow, Tuesday, February 27th, 8 to 9, or 8 to 10.
Senator Merrifield.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just to add on to that announcement, if you wear your spandex to the event, you get pancakes.
Senator Kafalis.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good morning, colleagues. A reminder that today at 12 noon we have the 2018 Colorado Children's Caucus. And to build on the earlier announcement regarding CASA, the first presentation will be about CASA. So if you would like to learn more about the court-appointed special advocates and all of the amazing work that they do, please join us 12 to 1:15 p.m. in the Senate Committee Room 357. Thank you.
Any other announcements? Mr. Majority Leader. Oops, Senator Lundberg.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members of the Senate Appropriations Committee, we will be meeting tomorrow morning at 8:25 at our regular area, and be aware that I am adding one bill to the calendar. That is Senate Bill 70. So it will be as published, plus Senate Bill 70 tomorrow morning for Senate Appropriations. Thank you very much. Be there or we'll be past you.
Any other announcements? Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate adjourn until 9 a.m. Tuesday, February 27th.
Question before us is to adjourn until tomorrow. All those in favor signify by saying aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it. We stand adjourned.